How's it going, everyone? Back over here today working on SlagHammer. Getting ready to leave for today, get some rest. But anyway, appreciate everybody on the previous video. I mean, that killer looking little blocks that were 3D printed. And once again, I mean, I thought it was a nice thing, the guy to send it to us. So anyway, since the motor and everything's out of SlagHammer now, I'm starting from the front of the vehicle and working my way back. Everything that needs to get done, I'm doing it in sections. So as I come, start at the front and just make my way all the way to the back. Once I'm to the back, I am done with this car, minus putting the motor and training and stuff in. So anyway, we're going to take a look at what I've been doing. So anyway, started doing some painting, painted the inside of the hood and everything white with some black accents. Started painting on the frame. And then started securing all my wiring. So as you can see there, it's all secured now. So everything's cut to length, good to go. And also started doing my brake lines in the front. And so yeah, I started doing my bends and everything, getting all that set up. But yeah, I mean, like I said, starting from the front, working my way back. So that way, as I'm going through, I'm making a checklist in my mind of what's been done, what needs to be done, what needs to be tightened up. And other than that, man, it's just going. Tony's going to start building a 383. So I hope that those videos will be out in a couple of days. My rims should be here any time. Looking forward to that. And but anyway, I started plumbing the rear brake line. Got all my bends and stuff on that. Got a lot of comments about it. You know, it's easier to buy the roll, flare the ends, put your fittings on and be done. And I appreciate all y'all's comments on that, but like I said, you know, we're just trying to get this done. And if I'm saving a little bit of time on having to flare things out, that's fine by me. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm looking for functionality, and this is going to work out fine. I've got 3 more pieces of brake line to put in, and I will be done with the brakes, minus putting the mass cylinder in and breathing the system. But other than that, guys, that's about it for today. And I'm going to head to the house and get ready for this evening. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Thanks a lot. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And I'm back here at the house. And other thing I want to touch on too is I have a lot of people ask me about the cars that I own. And so today we're going to start with my Charger RT. And kind of give you a little backstory on the car. It's an 06, and there she is. She's in Inferno red. Now, I bought this car a few years ago. A guy originally brought it over to my house and wanted me to pull the motor out, rebuild the motor, and get her back up and running. And so the car came over to the house. I pulled the motor out. It had dropped 4 valve seats in it, 3 on the driver's side, 1 on the passenger side. So I told him what was up with that and what it was going to run to rebuild it, bore it out. And he said, well, let me think on it. And he had already paid me to pull the motor out. So went back and forth, back and forth. He thought about going ahead and just get a replacement motor in it, and that kind of went underneath the bus. And so he decided to sell me the car. So I ended up paying $680 for the car. And one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and get this car, it is the first round of the LX platform. This car was actually produced in April of 05 for the 06 model year. And we pulled the build sheet that was up underneath the dash, and it was built in the 2nd week of April of 05. So it's a low numbers car. I mean, it's the first round, so it had its share of issues. But for me, it's a low numbers car, and so I decided to buy it. And it's not really a bad car. When I first got it, we'll walk over here. Of course, you see the stripes on the bottom kit, and I tried to see if this was factory, and it might have been a one-year thing, but it used to have a stripe here that went all the way over across the trunk lid. They had Hemi on it, and I decided to take that off because the top of the car was starting to fade from the paint was fading, and it was cheaper for me to go ahead and have the trunk, the roof, and the hood wrapped. So I did it in like a carbon fiber. Kind of debadged it a little bit except for the RT, and it's got a couple blemishes on it. I mean, right here the rear quarter got rubbed a little bit, but and that's the only really issue with the body. I mean, you had a clear coat starting to come off on the bumpers now, but I'm not worried about that. I can get those reshot. And but it's been a fun car. Right now it needs a bath, that's for sure. I guess the birds decided to lay some you know what down on it here yesterday. The interior, you have to excuse the mess, I need to vacuum it out. It's really in pretty good shape for the year of the car. I got one little crack up there, which I can get that replacement panel. But I mean, overall, the car is in really good condition. And so anyway, what I did was after I got the car, I had a spare block that I bought from somebody. It had already been to the machine shop, cleaned up, standard bore. And I had enough parts. Well, actually, I still have enough parts to put about 4 motors together. So I decided to do the Eagle head swap on this. And then on top of it, I also did the Eagle rods, Eagle pistons, Eagle intake. Did the EGR delete, MDS delete. And I've got probably, I'm not sure how many miles I got on it. I know when I got the car, it had like 180,000 miles on it. And now it's at 205 and some change, so a little over 20-something thousand miles on the motor. And it's going to be a car I'm going to do what I want to do with it. And I'm going to change the wheels up on it. I'm going to get a little bit of body work done on it. I'm looking for a set of SRT interior to put in it. I'm going to be going back into the motor. It runs great, but I damaged it a little bit at the track last year. And so I've got a front seal that's leaking on it now. And it popped to the valve seals on number 7. And so I'm getting a little oil down in the number 7 cylinder. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. I'm going to go ahead and put all new valve seals in, put another front seal in it, and upgrade the cam. Right now I got a truck cam in it because I wanted the torque. I'm thinking about getting something a little bit more choppy and a little bit fun to go down the track. But that's just a little bit on the car here. Like I said, there's going to be a lot going on with this car in the future, and I'll be doing a build on it. And but that's just one of the cars, man, in my fleet. I've got several other ones, and touch base down the road on other cars and what plans we have for that. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick, and I'll see y'all down the road.